Aloy, you've returned. And you come bearing gifts. Does this mean we'll soon be able to uproot the Zeniths from our lands?
That's what I'm hoping.
Good.
Nice.
You ever play that board game Aaron set up?
Strike?
No.
I'm the one who gave it to him.
Strike's terrible.
I was hoping it'd distract him enough to spare us that ruckus he calls death metal.
He found
No
death
such
metal.
luck.
Everybody's got the little focus in their ear now, and they're learning about the old world.
Yeah.
And Aaron found death metal.
Oh, nice. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So the little red thing on her chest, does that serve a purpose? Because to me, it looks very Egyptian, like it's like a scarab. You know how sometimes they would wear like those like gilded scarabs on their jewelry?
She needs that to live, kind of like Tony Stark.
Stop! Are you serious?
No.
Oh, come on!
No, she hasn't mentioned it at all. I
I'm
have
so
no idea.
gullible. Jesus. Okay.
It looked like you were working on something over there.
With Gaia now growing in strength, I've been trying to find a way to heal the land gods, even if some people think I should give up on them.
Already said I was sorry.
Your friend thought it'd be a good idea to replace the land gods with new machines when Gaia recovers.
It wasn't.
The land gods have taken care of our people for generations. They are not some broken toy to be thrown away. Even if they are just machines doing their job, to abandon them in their time of suffering seems cruel.
I'm sure Varl understands that too.
He does now. I had to get pretty mad at him at first, though.
You know I can hear you guys, right?
I'm with Varl on this argument.
I should get going.
If you need me, you know where to find me.
I love this. Come back to your base, get loot. It's so good. Is this my room? No. Whoops. I'm in somebody else's room. Is this my room? No. I never know where my room is.
Where'd Katalo go?
Where's Katalo? Alright, what can I do? I can fabricate. I can now override plow horns. Yes. Nice. But where's Katalo?
The old ones created so many wonderful inventions
Wait.
to help others.
How did you get
Help the
another?
planet.
How did you get another
Technology really...
thing?
Hey,
Looks like things between you and Zoe are better now.
Oh,
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of.
I'll check if you can ride them in a minute. I don't think so,
How do
though.
I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
We had
What makes
that.
you think I know anything about any...
Abandoning me.
That's weird. Why did
I
it say
should
that
get
that
this
was
to-
new?
please.
That's so strange. Sometimes the base conversations are a little weird. Can we ride them? Where's the plowhorn? Here. That's a Grimhorn. Grimhorn is unlocked. No, you cannot ride them. That would be cool, though. If you want to ride a Triceratops, you have to play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
You busy?
One must never be idle when at war. But there is always time to speak to one's commander.
Oh, that's not really how I see myself.
It is how we see you.
Okay. Well, he told us.
What have you been up to?
Varl has asked to learn the differences between my people's clans, so I've been teaching him Tanakh history.
That's good.
It is heavy with blood and death, but also with honorable deeds and vanquished tyrants. Maybe you'd like to hear about it as well, when our mission is done.
I'd be honored.
Big Crater just said, nah, I'm gonna relax.
Anything interesting happen while I was away?
I found an acceptable place to practice with my blade.
Oh, and where's that?
Outside, above the base. There's a nest of sunwings that are always up for a fight.
Oh,
Ever thought of sparring with something that's not trying to kill you?
That would defeat the purpose of the training.
I like him.
I'll let you get.
And so will.
I like him. I was thinking of taking a cruise to Bermuda when this is all done. A breakaway of sorts. Exactly.
One of Studious Fuadis's many scrolls. It was a pain getting him to Barren Light.
It was a pain getting him to Barren Light.
He didn't deserve to be run down by Regala's riders.
Oh, come on.
Wonder what it's like
He kind of did.
being in space.
I don't agree with her.
Is this a piece from the bulwark? Katalo must have brought this with him as a trophy. I may have fired the cannon, but he really put Chakotay in his place.
Chakotay! It's funny, they have all these things around that she comments on.
This must be from the cool route. Between the Rockbreaker and the Slitherfang, Regala really wrecked the arena. And I have a feeling she won't stop trying until Hikaru's dead.
Is it this here that she's talking about? That's the Slitherfang Fang? How funny. Like, they actually put things around? I didn't realize this.
Solana must have left this for me on her way back east.
Talana?
I wish she could have stayed. But I know Meridian and the Lodge need her.
Oh, so they actually, like, update your base with artifacts based on the quests and stuff that you do. It's pretty cool. Bog has seen the third machine mount, but I don't think he's done the cauldron unlock it yet. Yeah, I don't think so.
Is it me, or did the old ones just look funny?
The old ones look funny.
Yeah, they're closed.
They're closed. They're so weird. It's so tight.
They're so tight.
For once, I'd have to agree. I'd rip those things to shreds in a fight.
Guess they didn't move around as much.
They definitely don't move around as much. 100% accurate. I always forget where Beta is. Beta. Here we go.
Hello.
She got nothing new?
Hey. I suppose.
Oh, okay. Here you go. What have you been up to?
So, have you been going through more of the recordings for my focus? What about studying Hephaestus? Have you been doing that?
A little. It's quite different from the subordinate function that escaped Gaia Prime 20 years ago.
How so?
It's mutating. Changing its own code. At this rate, we'll never capture it.
We'll find a way.
If you say so.
Oh. Just being all pessimistic. She hates it. Aloy hates it.
So, aside from Varl and Gaia, who else have you been talking to?
Zoe told me how you met after your escape from the Hades Proving Lab. I had no idea you were severely injured. If the Zeniths had killed you, life on Earth would be doomed. My escape would have been for nothing.
But they didn't kill me. And thanks to Varl and Zoe, I was able to recover. You said you and Varl talk sometimes. What about?
He told me about your tribe, the Nora, and the proving ritual you did. I told him if I was born into the tribe, I'd never be able to do the proving.
It does require a lot of physical training, but there are plenty of other roles besides being a hunter.
I don't think I'd be suited for any of them.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you're not a Nora then.
Yikes! Yikes!
Wow.
Okay.
Damn, they are like oil and water right now. This relationship is complicated. It is. It's really complicated.
The old ones.
You know what I like about it though? What I really like about it is
That doesn't sound safe.
you know, Aloy's the hero, obviously, in this story, and she is extremely capable and uniquely put in a position to do all the things that she's doing. But she's got some big social flaws, right? And when she's just in a no nonsense, I have to save the world mode, it works. Like she takes down the most narcissistic like people in charge and cuts right through the bullshit like really quickly. But the relationship she has with Beta shows very clearly how she's got like these issues, like major social issues. It's very much a staring your issues in the face kind of thing. It is, yeah. It is. All right, let's go give this thing to Gaia.
It is good to see you again, Aloy. I see you have recovered Demeter.
Right. Beta is a Debbie Downer though, but she's more real in a lot of ways though. You know, a lot of us have those kind of insecurities, or I don't think I could do that, or we put up our own roadblocks to, you know, our progress and our success, and like she's very, very relatable in that way. And Aloy's just not tolerant of it at all. You know, imagine somebody having self-esteem issues or having trouble with, you know, learning stuff, or they're, you know, or going through trauma, and then somebody being completely impatient with them. It's never going to help, you know? So it's interesting. There we go. Exactly, Rosewolf, yeah.
Aloy. With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it.
All right, here comes the peeps.
With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on Hephaestus. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you have been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me.
Sounds dangerous.
A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores. Where would we find a place like that?
Gemini.
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here. Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I know that place. It's near the Desert Clan's capital.
I think you guys told me not to go there yet.
Bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
Oh my god. Suddenly this is Death Stranding. Carry this on your back.
I can help.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective.
I like that.
With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work. I did a test. Hephaestus has written alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it.
Then we need a higher level of clearance.
There is no higher... Ted Pharaoh's mega clearance. The one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the Alphas. But to get it, you would have to find Thebes. The private bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths.
Okay, so
Their
we
only
find it.
intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco.
That might be all I need. Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at Landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators?
I'll try.
Do or do not. There is no try.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
There we go. A lot of nodding here.
Alva said the Quen have a ferry on the coast that they use to get to the ruins of San Francisco. That's where I need to go.
Nice.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock an additional room near the servers.
I have no idea where the servers
Understood.
were. So you can stop telling me about new unlocked rooms. I can't find them.
Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
Oh, I don't know.
Beta's convinced we won't be able to capture Hephaestus.
Hi, RFD. What's going on? How you doing? Oh, man.
With that attitude, do you really think she'll be able to build the rig and pulse generators?
It may take some coaxing, but with some assistance, I am confident she will.
I don't get her, Gaia. She's so quick to assume we'll fail. She's nothing like what I thought she'd be. I guess it'll be best if she stays here when we go to Gemini.
Ouch.
All this data I've picked up in ancient bunkers and ruins. I guess I never really thought that other people would be looking at it.
Do you know where the servers are? Isn't the servers where Beta's been hiding out? Probably. I was making a joke more than anything. There's a simple solution, but I just run around all the... I know, that's what I do every time. New room? Which one?
Based on my observations, your companions engage quite frequently with this material. Erend has asked on numerous occasions about birthday parties. He appears perplexed by the tradition of serving a sweet confection, as it conflicts with the Oseram tradition of serving sparkling stout ale. He also suggested we host a party for you, as a surprise.
Yeah, no thanks.
I think she'd hate that, yeah.
That is what I predicted.
No parties, no fun, no mirth.
Is Catalo getting along with everyone?
Yes, though he prefers to spend most of the time alone. He appears to be collating data on war machine progression and significant battles during the Pharaoh Plague, to aid in the creation of a war map of Operation Enduring Victory. I believe he aims to study the tactics of old world warfare.
I'd be interested in seeing that.
It appears to be a private pastime for him. He has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
That's interesting.
So now that you have Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon, how's the biosphere looking?
In the local region, conditions have improved. Superstorms have subsided. Water sources have been purified, and soil conditions remediated. These improvements will stave off environmental collapse for a few additional months.
Well, with luck, soon you'll have Hephaestus. Then you'll be able to fix the biosphere for good, right?
Correct. I will be able to design and produce robotic agents to permanently reverse the environmental damage that has accumulated.
Wish we had that in real life. Quick question. Is it possible to miss main NPCs that would show up in the base? Like, we've got Varl, Kotalo, Erend, Zoe, and Beta. Is there anybody else, like, supposed to be here at this point? Like, don't spoil, like, future stuff, but should I go around and do any side quests or anything? to get them? I haven't. All right, I haven't missed anybody. Okay.
So our plan to capture Hephaestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hephaestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance. Which is why you will need to procure Ted Farrow's Omega clearance.
Clarence.
Right. From his personal bunker, Thebes.
While you are gone, I will assist Beta in building the transport rig and pulse generators.
Thank you.
When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hephaestus.
In about 5 minutes.
Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hephaestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
Oh no.
There are calculations I still must run, but I estimate a few hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Omega clearance. By the way, Zari just dropped off this amazing looking fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Doesn't that look marvelous?
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Farrow create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot. One that will allow us to subdue Hephaestus. And fortunately, thanks to Beta's information, we know where Omega clearance may be procured.
Right. Somewhere in San Francisco.
It's still weird seeing hearing Aloy use words from our time, isn't it? Okay. About the old world. This place.
I found some data in one of the rooms you unlocked. It mentioned that there are still functional seed banks beneath this facility. Why is it there?
My predecessor was tasked with reconstituting the biosphere with primary and secondary plant species. Had everything gone according to plan, humans would have eventually been able to introduce tertiary species, including new crops.
Can we access them now?
Unfortunately, it will have to wait. I require control over the machines in order to access and distribute the preserved seed stock.
And for that we need Hephaestus.
We always need
It's
something.
something to look into later then.
Correct.
So the facility where I recovered Demeter used to be a Pharaoh agricultural research facility. It's where they created the biomass conversion system, but also adamantine wreath. Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other efforts to combat the machine swarm, though her focus was devoted only to Zero Dawn.
That makes sense. But they actually got the wreaths to work. If they've been able to deploy it against the Pharaoh Plague in time...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations and have concluded that it would never have worked.
Oh no.
In all scenarios, the Pharaoh war machines would eventually hack and deactivate the wreaths before they could contain the swarm.
So Zero Dawn really was the only solution.
Correct.
There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen fix their homeland?
I will run a query.
No.
Complete.
No.
The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
However,
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
So Gemini has 2 data cores. I've never seen a cauldron like that. But you mentioned something about seismic activity?
When my predecessor attempted to build the cauldron, construction was disrupted by a series of earthquakes. The data core had already been built, but the rest of the facility sustained damage. So, she began again. A second core was built. However, when more tremblers occurred, she abandoned the site.
Alright.
Lucky for us.
all right, be
Are the
safe.
quakes still happening?
Hopefully no cast.
No.
Okay, yeah.
Though they did also
Thank you.
create instabilities in other facilities in the region.
Anything else?
This beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. I think Elizabeth knew one of them.
No.
Tilda.
Elizabeth often spoke of her work, or told stories of her mother and her childhood. If she knew this Tilda, she did not disclose it with me. What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
All right. Couple more things.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines. Attack the Zeniths and take them out.
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army.
However,
Given the nature of the far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
good.
That's good.
Indeed.
Okay. I think we've heard some of these before. It's weird that
Were you able to make use?
it's weird that when they say they have something new, they tack it onto the end of dialogue you've already heard.
Of Poseidon?
Yes. Many rivers, streams, and lakes associated with the regional watershed have been detoxified.
Okay, good.
As a result, red algae growth levels have seen a marked decline. According to my data, however, it appears a localized occurrence of red algae continues to persist near the coast.
Maybe I'll look into it when I can.
Okay, that's interesting.
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaro's
All right, so we have to do
land
Zoe's
gods.
side quest.
I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround.
All right, let's go do that.
Yeah, I'm helping her out with that. The missing subordinate functions.
Artemis rewound Eleuthia and acculturing Apollo.
I think we did this already.
Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged.
Pharaoh, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understand, he appears to...
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented. Do you still need them?
Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density, empowering my overall function. Unfortunately, as we now know they are in the possession of Far Zenith, attaining them in the short term is very likely impossible.
I guess our best shot at recovering them is by taking over the Zenith base. But we'll need Hephaestus and a bunch of
Correct.
There's so many different rungs to what we need. All right, so she's got more dialogue in there, but she's pretty exhaustive. All right, let's go do let's check in again with our friends. They may have updated. Oh, look at this, they updated.
So, we're fighting immortals from the stars now?
Looks like it.
What's next? Wizards from the moon?
Is that a Destiny is that a Destiny reference? How funny.
Let's just I hear about you going west.
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
How are things with Katalo? You still scared of him?
Wizards from the
she
moon.
thinks she's funny. Actually, I played strike with him.
Oh, nice.
I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it.
See, I feel like Aaron and Katala should get along.
You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back, and she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
He's gonna invent rugby.
I need to get going.
I think I know the... Gaia mentioned this other tribe you found, the Quen. They sound like a nasty bunch.
I can handle them. In the meantime, Varl will help you get ready for what comes next.
Take care of yourself, Aloy.